Flora and the Lost Seed. In the heart of an enchanted forest, where sunlight filtered through a canopy of emerald leaves and streams glistened like liquid crystals, lived Flora the Forest Fairy. With her shimmering wings and a dress woven from petals and moss, Flora spent her days tending to the magical woods she called home. She cared for every tree, flower, and creature, ensuring the forest thrived in harmony. One bright morning, Flora was sprinkling fairy dust on a patch of sunflowers when she heard a frantic chittering. It was Scurry, the squirrel, clutching a tiny, glimmering seed in his paws. "Flora, help!" Scurry cried. "This seed belongs to the whispering tree, but the wind carried it far away. If it's not planted by sunset, it will lose its magic forever." Flora's emerald eyes widened. The whispering tree was one of the oldest and most magical trees in the forest, known for purifying the air and providing shelter to countless creatures. Its seeds were precious and rare. "Don't worry, Scurry," Flora said gently, placing a reassuring hand on his tiny shoulder. "We'll find the perfect spot to plant it." With the glowing seed safely tucked into Flora's satchel, the two set off on their mission. As they flew and scampered through the forest, Flora scanned the ground for a place where the seed could grow strong and tall. But their journey was not without challenges. First, they came upon a stream that had run dry. Without water, the seed could not sprout. Flora paused, closing her eyes to concentrate. She waved her twig-like wand, and with a sprinkle of fairy dust, a hidden spring bubbled to life, reviving the stream. Fish swam joyfully in the newly flowing water, and nearby plants perked up as if thanking Flora for her magic. "There we go," Flora said with a smile. "Onward, Scurry." They continued their journey, stopping briefly to rest under the shade of a giant oak tree. Flora noticed a family of sparrows chirping anxiously above. "What's wrong?" she asked. The mother sparrow explained that a gust of wind had scattered their nest. Flora gently gathered twigs and leaves, and with Scurry's help, rebuilt the nest in no time. The sparrows thanked her with a cheerful song, lifting everyone's spirits. Soon, dark clouds rolled in, and a sudden storm blocked their path. Thunder rumbled, and strong winds threatened to blow them off course. Flora landed on a sturdy branch and whispered to the trees, asking for their help. The trees swayed and bent, forming a protective archway for Flora and Scurry to pass through safely. As they walked beneath the arch, Flora marveled at the unity of the forest, knowing she was never alone in her efforts to protect it. Finally, as the sun dipped low in the sky, they reached a small clearing bathed in golden light. "This is it," Flora said, her voice filled with awe. "The perfect spot." But the ground was hard and unyielding. Flora knelt and tried to dig, but her small hands couldn't break through the packed earth. Scurry scampered off, returning moments later with a mole, a rabbit, and a flock of birds. Together, the animals worked tirelessly, digging and preparing the soil. Even the beetles and ants joined in, loosening the ground with their tiny legs. As the last rays of sunlight kissed the horizon, Flora placed the seed gently into the earth. She sprinkled it with fairy dust, and everyone watched in silence as the ground shimmered. A tiny green sprout emerged, growing taller and taller until it became a sturdy sapling with leaves that seemed to glow in the twilight. The animals cheered, and Flora's heart swelled with pride. "This tree will grow into a mighty whispering tree, thanks to all of you," she said, addressing her animal friends. "Together, we've saved a piece of our forest." As the stars began to twinkle, Flora and her friends rested beneath the young tree, its leaves whispering a soft melody of gratitude. The forest felt a little more magical that night, and Flora knew they had made a difference.